what is a claim? So the claim answers the first part about what is an invention. So what is the invention? So a claim, to put it simply, is a sentence, okay? And the sentence is at the end of the patent application, and it defines what your invention is. That sentence, that claim covers the scope of your invention, and it better be new and it better be novel in order for it to be allowable. Now, the claim is really important for multiple reasons. So it's important at the drafting stage, so when you're preparing your patent application, because in order for it to be allowed, the claim has to satisfy the novelty requirements and the utility requirements of being useful. But it's also important because later, after your patent issues, claims in the patent are what you are going to use to stop competitors, to sue infringers. So in order for an infringer to infringe a claim, they have to include all the elements in your claim. Now, there's two types of claims. There's claims on structure, sometimes called apparatus claims, and there's claims on methods or processes. People just usually refer to them as method claims. Now, you can get into arguments with intellectual property professionals about all the various types of claims that exist out there. But in general, there's two types. There's claims on structure and claims on function. So claims on what something is and claims directed to what something does. Now, the reason why it's so important is because at the end of the entire patent process, after you've been granted a patent, in order for your patent to be valuable, in order for you to be able to develop, for example, licensing royalties from it, there has to be an infringer. So there has to be a party out there, a person, a company, an entity that either puts a product out into the market or uses a method that includes all the steps or all the elements in your issued claim. So in the claims at the end of your issued patent. Now, if, for example, let's just say that you claim an apparatus having element A, element B, and element C, if the infringer or the potential infringer doesn't have that third piece, element C, then he won't be infringing. So the infringer needs to put a product out there that has all the elements of your claim. Now, it's the same also for a method claim. If there's an infringer out there that's practicing some method and you believe that they're infringing your claim, you're going to have to show that their method actually uses steps A, B, and C. If they're missing one of those steps, then they don't infringe. If you have a claim that is either invalid or isn't infringed by anybody, then the patent's worthless. It's just, it'll look pretty on your wall, it'll make for a nice plaque, but there'll be no infringer. Now, that being said, it might still provide value. For example, you can use it to obtain loans. It can be used as a security interest to borrow money. And there might be companies that would still want to purchase it just so that they can add another patent to their portfolio. But in and of itself, ultimately, what you want is you want to have a patent that issues with claims that are infringed by someone, by some company, preferably a large company with a lot of resources, because companies with lots of resources are more likely to be able to pay you royalties or to possibly purchase your patent from you. So the claim is ultimately the whole purpose for pursuing patent protection. I'll also add that it's also great if the claims in your issued patent also read on the products that you're putting out on the market. If you're a company or an individual, you want the claims in the issued patent to cover what you're actually selling, because then it'll give your customers more confidence. They'll know that they're buying a product and there's patent claims in a patent that you own, and they read directly on the products they're buying, and it will give them more confidence in purchasing your products or your service if it's a process. So that's what a claim is.